In the year 2007, which was the year I graduated 8th grade, Pokemon released this Blastoise from the Diamond and Pearl Secret Wonders set. In this set, there was of course a holo and a reverse holo to collect. And who was illustrated with making this Blastoise artwork is none other than Daisaku Ito. Again, the illustrator's name is Daisaku Ito. In a PSA 10 holo, there is currently only 11. And again, I cannot get prices on this card. Let me know how much you're willing to pay for this card in a regular holo PSA 10. And reverse holo, there is actually only 0. Yes, you heard that correctly. There is 0 of this card in a PSA 10 reverse holo. It seems we keep having to jump in the future to get a Blastoise card. Again, we're going to travel 2 more years in the future to the Platinum era of Pokemon, and in Platinum base set, we get this happy-go-lucky Blastoise artwork. The 2 Blastoise cards that you want to collect from the Platinum base set was the holo and the reverse holo. The artist who created this very go-lucky Blastoise was Kagumaru Hamina. Again, that was Kagumaru Hamina who created this super happy Blastoise artwork. In a PSA 10 regular holo, there is currently only 15 of this card in a PSA 10, and price-wise, couldn't get any data on that. In the reverse holo, again, we have a goose egg, which is 0 PSA 10s of this card in a reverse holo, but again, could not get any price data on these 2 holo and reverse holo Blastoise. In the Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver era of Pokemon, we get this Blastoise artwork release in the Heart Gold Soul Silver Unleashed set. In this artwork, Blastoise is maybe doing a karate move. Not really sure what Blastoise is doing. Let me know in the comments, what do you think this Blastoise is doing in this artwork? Who was credited with giving us this great karate moving Blastoise was none other than Mazukazu Fukuda. Again, there's Mazukazu Fukuda. Thanks so much for giving us this pretty dope Blastoise artwork. Again, let me know in the comments, what is Blastoise really doing? In this set, there was a holo to collect as well as a reverse holo to collect. In a PSA 10 regular holo, there is currently only 5. Again, you heard that correct. There is currently only 5 PSA 10s of this card in regular holo. And reverse holo, there is again 0. I don't know about what's up with these reverse holos. That's 3 different Blastoise in a row that we have covered with only 0 PSA 10s. Maybe they're pretty hard to grade, not really sure, but again, don't have much pricing on these cards. Let me know in the comments, how much would you pay for the regular holo of this card and the reverse holo of this card? The black and white era was a little nicer to Blastoise, which featured a couple Blastoise in multiple sets. The first Blastoise you see right here was released in the black and white Boundaries Cross set. And who was illustrated with giving us this Blastoise artwork was none other than Satoshi Shiria. Again, that is Satoshi Shiria. Let me know what you guys think of this Blastoise artwork from the black and white set. And in this set, there was of course the holo and the reverse holo to collect. In a PSA 10 regular holo, there is currently only 13 of this card in regular holo, and that'll cost you about $300 or so in a PSA 10. The reverse holo currently only has 3 in a PSA 10, so really couldn't get prices on a card that only has 3 in a reverse holo PSA 10. Let me know in the comments, how much would you pay for this card, or how much do you think it is worth in a reverse holo? In 2013, Pokemon released the most popular black and white era set called Plasma Storm, and we got this secret rare Blastoise card, and it's only in a holo. There's no reverse holo, non-holo. We just have the secret rare Blastoise to collect in this set. And who was credited with giving us this amazing illustration of the first ever secret rare Blastoise was none other than Ayaka Yoshida. Again, the name is Ayaka Yoshida. In a PSA 10, there is currently only 94. And if you're looking to get this card into your collection, it'll run you over $2,000. About $2,300 for this card in a PSA 10. The last Blastoise to collect in the black and white era is this Blastoise that you see to the right of me, and that was released later in that same year in the Plasma Blast set. In regular holo PSA 10, there is currently only 15. And honestly, it's not going to cost you too much to get this card. Well, I guess I don't know how much is too much for somebody, but it'll cost you about $200 to get this card in a PSA 10 holo. In the reverse holo, there is currently only 5. So with only being 5 reverse holos, I do not have any price information on this card. Can you believe it's already been 10 years since XY base set released in the year 2014. In this set of XY base set, we get 3 different Blastoise cards to collect. The first of 3 Blastoise cards released was this Blastoise EX card. And that was illustrated by Isiki Yoshinobu. Again, that is Isiki Yoshinobu. And unfortunately for this set, I really wasn't able to get PSA 10 pop reports of these cards. Maybe I wasn't using PSA website right, but I definitely didn't see no Pokemon XY base set information there. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments what was the pops. You can add them in the comment section below. We have this Mega Blastoise, and who was credited with giving us the first ever Mega Blastoise artwork was none other than a very popular artist in today's Pokemon still, which is 5-Band Graphics. Again, 5-Band Graphics was credited with making the first ever Mega Blastoise artwork. In the XY era, they did something different with Pokemon cards where they started releasing full art Pokemon cards, and this right here is the first ever full art Blastoise. Who was credited with making the first ever full art Blastoise goes to the illustrator by the name of Ryu Oida. Again, it is Ryu Oida who gave us the first ever full art Blastoise artwork. Blastoise was getting a lot of love in the XY era. We've already covered 3 different Blastoise cards. 2 years later, in the year Pokemon XY Generations, first we have this Blastoise EX, and that was illustrated by Asika Yoshinobu. Again, that was illustrated by Asika Yoshinobu. In a PSA 10, the pop is currently only 73, and it'll cost you about $100. The next card is another Mega Blastoise EX, and that was illustrated by, again 5-Band Graphics. Let me know, do you like this Blastoise, Mega Blastoise artwork better, or do you like the previous Mega Blastoise artwork that 5-Band Graphics created? In a PSA 10, there is currently 114, and it'll cost you around $100 to add this card to your collection. A set that wasn't very popular into the 2020 Pokemon boom during COVID was the set XY Evolutions. And in this set, we get this Mega Blastoise EX as the chase card for this set. Who was illustrated with giving us this Mega Blastoise EX artwork is none other than 5-Band Graphics. I'm sure you've definitely heard that name. Again, it is 5-Band Graphics who was credited with giving us this full art Blastoise artwork. In a PSA 10, there is currently 4,102. Again, you heard that correctly. In a PSA 10, there is currently 4,102 of this card in a PSA 10. And again, it is fairly cheap to get this card added to your collection if you're a Blastoise collector. It'll cost definitely less than $100 to get this card added to your collection.